So I've had the Insta360 Luna for over a week now, and quite frankly, it's a fantastic camera. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's the perfect camera because there is a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. But in today's video, I'm gonna go over the pros and cons I found after using this thing for a few weeks as my everyday vlog camera, content creation camera, and overall everyday carry. So after a week with the camera, the first thing I did was I ended up buying one of these microphones because although it was cool to be able to use my DJI mics, I was using the USB all the time and it got me going. It let me know that I was definitely going to keep this camera long term, but I knew that since I was going to keep it, I had to buy one of these mics. So that was the first thing I did. The second was I started playing with the telephoto modes because that's kind of the really big feature of this thing, right? It's got the wide angle camera that we're using right now to film this video, but it's also got a telephoto camera and it shoots in 8K, which I think a lot of people are kind of missing out on. That's what makes this thing different from the Osmo Pocket 4P, not to mention the removable screen. But the big thing is the 8K video. It does seem to produce sharper results, not only from what I've seen with the 4K video on the Pocket 3, but from other people's review footage of the Pocket 4 Pro, the 8K does make a difference. Now, when it comes to the build quality of this thing, it's quite honestly fantastic. It feels a lot more hefty. It feels heavier than the Osmo Pocket 3. And I'm not necessarily upset with that because this thing is a professional tool for content creators, vloggers, anyone who wants that kind of all-in-one camcorder type device in your pocket all the time. Now that this thing can zoom up to 12x if you're in 4K, it's fantastic. Now, speaking of zooming 12x, I thought when I got this thing that you'd be able to actually zoom and seamlessly go between both cameras in the 8K mode. After using it, you can't. You have to choose either the wide angle camera, which then you could zoom into 3x while you're recording, or you choose the telephoto camera, which then you could zoom into 6x while recording in 8K. Now, if you choose the 4K mode, you can seamlessly zoom in and out of this camera. You can zoom all the way from the wide angle into 12x, and it's been pretty cool. But again, that's only in the 4K mode, so do notate that. Now, a big bonus of this microphone is it uses USB-C. Now, my DJI Mic 2s used USB-C as well, but when I moved to the minis, you had to use a proprietary dongle, and I like being able to use USB-C because if you haven't been watching this channel for that long, I have tried to move all of my tech to USB-C so I can bring one type of device charging cord and ideally one or two charging bricks with me that can charge all of my devices using the same kind of system. And it's been fantastic. I mean, now I charge my laptop, my drone, my cameras, my pocket cameras, my phone, all through one type of cord. Right now, I don't have any ND filters, so what I'm doing, I should probably take a video real quick. I'm actually using my Osmo Pocket ND filter, as you can see from my little meta point of view. And it actually works weird enough magnetically on the Luna Ultra. Now, this isn't a long-term solution. I actually have filters coming in from Freewell, should be here in a few days, and that will be my proper long-term solution. But until that happens, at least I have something so I can get my ND down. Now, right now, I'm using this selfie stick. I'm actually gonna start recording in my glasses just so I can show you. So I have the selfie stick. I featured it in my other Luna videos, and I originally bought it for my 360 cam. But what's great about this stick is the fact that I can bring this camera anywhere, and I can start recording like I brought a tripod with me. Great example right here. I'm gonna go convert this thing into a tripod right now. So I'm gonna open up the bottom legs, recenter myself, put tracking on. And although it's a little windy, I have a tripod that I brought with me that I didn't have to take up a lot of room. So I can walk around, do these walk and talk type videos, and it's like someone's filming me. Now, when it comes to cons, there are some cons with this camera. The biggest so far at this point in time filming this video is there's no webcam mode. Now, for me, that's a problem because I like to use these cameras to do some podcast recordings, because a lot of the times when I'm filming podcasts, I used to use mirrorless cameras and we would get great image quality. But a lot of the guests we would film or get their recordings of during these podcasts, a lot of them were using webcams. And so using a mirrorless camera was kind of overkill. So I moved to the Pocket 3 to do a lot of our podcasts. And I was hoping I could move to the Luna Ultra. And at least at this point in time, we can't, but I'm hearing through sources, not directly from Insta360, that eventually we'll get this via a firmware update. But at least as of right now, here at the end of June, early July, it's not in the camera. Also, let's talk about the removable screen. I'm actually gonna remove it right here. So this thing has been fantastic. Now, I'm obviously not using it to talk right now, but I've been using it to when I didn't have this wireless mic. And it's been really cool. But one of the things I noticed is, especially depending on where you're filming, signal issues with this thing. So filming in downtown Fort Lauderdale, I tend to get signal issues filming with this wireless device. I get skipping when it comes to the video signal, but then I noticed when I was recording, a lot of the times when I would have skipping in the video signal, it was actually skipping in the audio from this. Right now, this thing isn't quite reliable all the time. It really depends on where you're filming. I actually really like the Insta360 Luna Ultra a lot more than I thought I would. And one of the things I discovered over this past week of using it is there's actually some really cool 3D printed files that work specifically for this little transmitter remote. The two 3D printed files that are actually from the same person that I'm really grateful, they're actually available for free, that are made to make the transmitter a little bit better. So here's the first one. And this is this little print that you put your transmitter in. So this one is meant to hold the transmitter a little bit easier. It gives it a little bit of a bigger grip and just makes it easier to walk around, hold it, do all this stuff. I'm going to put my tracking back on right here. So I can hold it, walk around, do some walking and talking, and hold this thing a lot easier. And it's one of these things where someone should have made this anyways, and the fact that you could 3D print it if you've got your own 3D printer and for free is awesome. It doesn't use that much material. So it's a really cool print. I'll leave a link in the description for this. And again, thank you to the guy who made this available for free. I'll put him in the description as well because it's pretty awesome. The other print, which I'm not going to put on here just because I got this one on now. This is very similar, works with the transmitter, but it's actually meant as a GoPro mount. Here, let me see if I can pull this up here. Let me turn off tracking, pull this up here. So this is for the transmitter and has the GoPro mount here on the bottom. So if you want to put this thing, like example for me, so I could put this thing on a handlebar mount on my bike and maybe mount the Luna Ultra to my selfie stick, whatever it is on my bike, one of my built-in selfie sticks, and put it out in front of me. But obviously when you do that, you're not going to be able to see the screen. Well, because they have the detachable screen, I could put this on my handlebars in front of me and at least I can aim it, see what the thing is filming. There's so many different options you can do once having a GoPro mount. You could 3D print this as you want. So there's going to be other 3D prints, I'm sure, that come out over the next few weeks, few months, over the year. That all being said, I want to start covering more 3D prints on the channel. I did this a few years ago, and then there was a lull in the 3D printing. There were some 3D prints for the M4 Mac Mini, but nothing super crazy that I really wanted to cover. But stuff like this for the Luna Ultra, I'm totally interested in covering. So if you have any tips, anything you want me to cover on future cameras, computers, whatever it is when it comes to 3D prints, let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email. I'm gonna definitely start covering more practical 3D prints for making people's lives easier, because I love 3D printing and it's been a while since I've covered it. There's been a little bit of lull in the market of functional 3D prints, so I just didn't feel the need to cover them. But I think now's the time. We're going to start covering these things again. So anyways, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this sunset. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you in the next video.